Hello, my name's Suzanne Leal. My most recent novel is The Teacher's Secret, which is published by Allen and Unwin in Australia and New Zealand and by Legend Press in the United Kingdom. Thanks so much to the Sydney Mechanics School of Arts and the Thomas Keneally Centre for producing this video. Situated in Pitt Street, the Sydney Mechanics School of Arts is the longest running lending library in Australia. The Thomas Keneally Centre is part of the school and is a lovely quiet space in the centre of the city. As well as a writer, I'm a lawyer with a particular interest in criminal law, child protection and refugee law. I'm also the senior judge of the New South Wales Premier's Literary Awards. My novel, The Teacher's Secret, is the story of 1 year in a small coastal community called Brindle and what happens when a much-loved teacher is forced out of his job. It's a story of scandal, rumour and dislocation and the search for grace and dignity in the midst of dishonour and humiliation. For all you aspiring writers out there, I thought I'd tell you a bit about my road to publication and what I've learnt from it all. I really liked writing at school, but when I started studying literature at university, I became nervous and got put off. If we were finding fault with all the classic writers, what did I have to contribute? So I didn't write. And yet there were so many stories I had to tell. In the early stages of my legal career, I worked in criminal law at the Legal Aid Commission of New South Wales. I saw people at the lowest point of their lives and I ached to write about the experience of characters based on my clients. Then I had my first baby and I stupidly thought that while I was off on maternity leave, I'd have more time to write. What a ridiculous notion. What it did do though was to introduce me to the something approach, the approach I call just do something. I no longer had any time to question whether my writing was good or not. I only had enough time to write something. So I'd write. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't work, I'd move on to something else. This taught me to lower my expectations of myself and just get down and write. And then I won a fellowship at Varuna, the Writers' House in the Blue Mountains just west of Sydney. Varuna is a fabulous asset for writers. Take a look at the website. I spent 2 weeks writing at Varuna, writing that culminated in my first novel, Border Street, which was inspired by the wartime experiences of my former Czech Jewish neighbours, Fred and Eva Perger. The road to publication of my next book, The Teacher's Secret, was long and at times difficult. It's not easy to get published and you need to have a thick skin as a writer, but it's so rewarding and being part of the publishing industry has really been terrific. If I have any advice for new writers, it's this. Take time to write every day, even just 1 hour. I like to write early. Wherever you go, either take a notebook or use the note apps on your phone. Whenever you hear something interesting, just write it down. You never know when it might come in handy. Consider using a software program for writers. I use Scrivener. It's a fabulous tool to organise writing. I really commend you to look at it. Don't be discouraged by what you've written. Writing is like an apprenticeship. It's like training to be an athlete. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And finally, keep going. Whatever else is happening in your life, just keep going. Thank you.